Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share two little things I have learned from housekeeping. So speaking of housekeeping, I have already shared with you that I came to Busan to do some voluntary job as my working holiday. So this month I keep doing some cleaning and housekeeping in a hostel, and I found I really can learn something from it. Okay, let's crack on. So the first thing I have learned from this experience is proper maintenance. I learned this when I was cleaning the washroom recently. Actually, the cleaning of washroom is a daily job task we should do every day. So it means if there are not many guests the day before, the shower room can be quite clean. You cannot even tell whether it has been used by someone. Then will you think that it is still necessary to do the cleaning every day? I guess at this point, some people, especially those who do the job, may want to ask why they bother to clean it every day. And I began to ask myself this question as well. I wiped the drain with a cleanser, noticing that the stainless steel cover of the drain is being cleaned spotless. And all of a sudden I realized, indeed it should be cleaned every day. And this is exactly what proper maintenance should be. Making facilities more durable and sustainable. Yeah. An analogy is, think about when you do house chores. If you do it once a week, you will find it's okay to clean all the dirt and grime. But if it is once a month or so, it will become quite hard to scrape it right off the surface. You have had this experience before, right? And then slowly you will become reluctant to do the cleaning, and the dirt and the grime will accumulate to the point that it will never be cleaned off. So this is how I find out what proper maintenance is. In fact, daily cleaning job has got its own reason and meaning. Okay. The second thing I have learned is the mindset and the wise way to deal with my colleagues, not only now, but also in the future. So the story is like this. After I worked here for a week, I kind of noticed that not many volunteers here take this job seriously. To some extent, it is understandable. After all, we are not paid. But I still have to mention this because it is the setting for the story. So basically, on Monday and Tuesday, I am working with another young girl who is doing everything rather roughly. She never cleans the trash cans when working with me, which means I have to do more of the cleaning. The first week, I thought it was okay because I would only stay here for 1 month, not for years, so it would not be a big deal. But this week, I realized that no, it's absolutely not a good mindset when I'm in a long-term job. Things are gonna be quite demanding if I keep compromising and devoting more, like in this case, and more negative consequences will arise. Then I decided to talk to her, but not to bring up the past. I assume there will not be any big problem. So after our shift, I said to her, I think next week when we work on Monday and Tuesday, we can swap tasks a bit, like I clean the shower room and you trash can and toilet. What do you think? As I anticipated, she gladly agreed, But, okay, hear me out. The best part of this story is as follows. She asked whether I work on Friday because she took the days off in the following 2 days and then went back to Paris on Sunday. What a hack. Anyway, that day became the last day we worked together. But I still reflect more on this and learned something, which is setting up clear boundaries at the very beginning if the other party is not a clear person. This enormously benefits in protecting your own rights and striking a balance between the two parties. Like in my case, if I had suggested dividing the tasks clearly, I believe my experience would be much better than now. Meanwhile, I recalled another story that happened on my first day. Okay, a quick information backup. The working time of volunteers is from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at most. So that day I worked with a Columbia girl. When we were doing the trash classification, she said to the manager, "It's already 3 o'clock and I think we are done with today's work." Then she checked the time and showed it to the manager. The manager was quite surprised. I could tell from her face. So she did the rest of the wrapping of the trash and let us go. And later in the elevator, the Columbia cool girl said to me, "You know, a clear boundary is quite important. Otherwise, they are gonna regard you as easy to compromise and we are gonna be exploited in the future." So, this is the second thing I learned, to build a clear boundary. And for me, I think this can be used in any relationship, a romantic relationship or a friendship, in a working environment or in business cooperation. Okay, these are two little things I want to share with you that I learned from my housekeeping experience. Today's episode gonna end here. A very quick one because I've got my dinner coming and I don't want to whine and ramble too much, so that's all. Okay, thanks for being here with me as always. Hope to see you next time.